Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Literally Just Talking. And on this episode, I will literally just be talking about my life as a single mom. Before we jump into it, I just want to say, I'm in Queens, New York, and the weather is so gloomy. It's been raining so much. This weekend, me and my kids have literally just stayed in the house. But getting into it, so again, I'm a single mom of three kids that are literally a year behind each other. So, things can be very animated, very lively, very just a lot at times. So my days are pretty long. I am the sole caretaker. Um, they do go to their dads once a week for a few hours a day. But for the most part, it's just me. Um, so our days start my day. Let me say that correctly. My day starts bright and early. I am up sometimes at 4:30 in the morning, sometimes honestly before that. Um just getting everything done for them. So I'm up at 4:30, and at 4:30 I kind of, just get myself ready to begin the day. Whether that's by prayer, reading my Bible, or if it's just sitting and just literally zoning out, not doing anything, not thinking anything, just turning my mind off for a few minutes. And then after that, I'm in the kitchen. I am cooking and making sandwiches and packing lunches, and my kids have a whole bunch of dietary restrictions, either allergies or just food sensitivities. So packing lunches usually takes me about, honestly, I want to say an unreasonable amount of time. And that's just because all three of them kind of have one general diet, but then each diet also needs a little bit of tweaking here and there. Like my youngest child, she has a gluten intolerance. She's not she doesn't have celiac, but she does have a wheat and gluten intolerance. So she can eat it, but it causes her a lot of discomfort and just unpleasant feelings in her stomach. So things like that make lunch prep and breakfast prep just really tedious. And after I do breakfast, I'm usually waking them up one by one and just trying to one, get them out of the bed, because that's the hard part. They don't like getting out of the bed in the morning. Even if they've gone to bed on time the night before, they still just don't like getting up out of the bed. Most of the time you'll hear, "Mommy, I don't feel like getting up," or "I'm still tired," or "I don't want to go to school," things of that nature. And then getting them all three dressed. My oldest, he dresses himself. Sometimes it's okay. Sometimes I gotta go in there and fix the shirt or fix the socks or fix whatever. My middle child, she is the most independent. She's got everything taken care of, and she's my mom and your mom too. Um, she's just really just so independent, and she marches to the beat of her own drum, and she kind of just has this free, lively spirit about her that the other two of my children don't really have, that sense of I need to do everything on my own and I don't want your help and I've got this, and really you could just sit there and wait. um and my youngest, she's pretty independent for her age, but for the most part she needs my help with a lot of things. um After they're dressed, then we need to touch up hair and get the hair correct and the hair done before we, go to school, make sure everything is fresh. A lot of times bonnets have come off, or the stocking caps or the do-rag have come off, so you just got to freshen everything up before we get to school. And then we're like running around like book bags, jackets, shoes, like let's go out the door, because by this time we're like close to being late. We're not late, but we're close to being late, and if we stay here one more minute we'll be late. So once I get the kids to school, that's when like things kind of they do calm down a little bit, but not much. So like I use that time for like running errands, going to the bank, grocery shopping, or anything else, like any other type of shopping that I need to get done while the kids are in school, because it's, it's a little bit easier. And then after I get whatever errands done that I need to get done, I usually come back home, prep dinner, get, my chicken seasoned and like throw it in the fridge, or, well, we typically only eat chicken. We don't eat any red meats or anything like that. So after I get dinner prepped and in the refrigerator, then I usually take a shower for myself. I know it's like middle of the day, right? And you're like, wait, this whole time, like you didn't take a shower? Sometimes I don't get to take a shower the night before, depending on what I'm doing. So, I wait till the middle of the day to take a shower. Sometimes I do get to take a shower the night before, but depending on what's going on, like if I've had to stay up late for homework or whatever, I just don't get to shower until the middle of the day. After I shower, I typically, step out the house, go get the kids. This way it looks like, I've freshened myself up from the morning drop off, because the morning drop off I'm usually in my pajamas. So when I go to get the kids, I look like I'm a person, I get the kids from school, and then we get home, and this is where the mother-loving chaos freaking hits. Do you know why? Because they've been in school all day and they're tired. They're tired from like running around on the playground or running around in gym, or, all like the logical work that they've been doing during the day. And they come home tired and like angry, like balls of mess. Like, oh my word, it can get crazy after school. And I've had a long day too, so I'm just like, So usually when they get home, there's a huge mess in the living room by the time they take off their shoes and change out of their uniforms and show me all the work that they did in school, and the homework is on the table waiting to be done. So we typically start doing the homework. My oldest usually gets around 3 or 4 sheets of homework every single night. And then my middle child, she usually gets around 2 sheets of homework every night. My youngest, she's just in preschool, so thank God she is not like on the homework train yet. But when she is, oh boy. So after the homework gets done, I usually, most of the time I'm like cooking and doing homework at the same time, because it's just so many things that need to get done. Like I've got to multitask. Like I've got to be a million places doing a million things all at once, because like I said, it's just me. So after homework and I'm cooking dinner and all that gets done, we usually sit down and have a meal together. After the meal is when the chaos breaks out again, because now they're like really, really tired, And at this point, I'm running a bath and cleaning like up the dishes and the plates and stuff off of the table, trying to get like some sort of order while also trying to like give baths at the same time. Like it's so hectic. It gets so crazy. But I get it done. So after all 3 of them usually have a bath, sometimes we'll either like just sit on the couch together and have some just family time is what we usually call it. Like if we're not doing anything else, like nobody's on a tablet, nobody's on a phone, nobody's on a device, we're just watching TV. We'll either just lay on the couch and watch TV, or sometimes like we'll go into one of the kids' room, either the girls or even my son's room, and we'll just read books. We'll read a few books and have a few laughs, and then they're down for the night. Now, they're down for the night, but my night has literally just begun. I've got to finish cleaning the kitchen, finish cleaning the living room, finish cleaning the bathroom, pick up all the clothes that have exploded all over the floors. Now, typically, this is what my night is like. Some nights on a good night, I will have the kids like help and join in. Like if I feel like, okay, they're not that tired and they're not like completely falling apart, I will have them either wash the dishes or sweep the floor or, just like little things like that. I typically don't leave all the cleaning to them because they're just not that great at it yet, but they do practice helping, sometimes like the youngest, like she'll clean the bathroom, which will literally just be like fixing the bath mats. The bathroom doesn't get that dirty unless they've taken a bath and like they dropped like their towels or clothes or whatever on the floor. But once everybody's in the bed, that's when I do like my deep cleaning. Like I'm sweeping, I'm mopping the floors, I'm washing the dishes, I'm throwing the clothes in the dirty clothes laundry. Like I'm just getting so many things done. Sometimes I will do like a load of laundry while they're sleeping, but I typically don't because I don't have a laundry room and my bathroom is like it's like right across the hall from the girls' room. So if I think they're in a deep sleep, sometimes I'll like run the washing machine, but if not, then I just don't. And after I've done all my deep cleaning, I try to take like a few minutes to myself. When I say a few minutes, I mean like an hour, hour and a half to myself to just kind of like wind down. And I usually spend that time in my studio where I paint. I have a like list of things that I do. I paint, I like make t-shirts, I make bracelets, I have a million things to like that I do within my studio. I've always been like a jack of all trades kind of. Just like dipping my hand into many different pots. And I usually use that time within my studio. And by the time I've taken time to myself, it's usually around like 11:30. And then I say like, okay, I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to turn it in. And I usually get into bed around 11:30, sometimes even 12, depending on, like if I was painting, I probably painted until like 12 a.m. Painting usually runs late for me because that's like one thing that I do where my mind just really relaxes, like it just escapes. So yeah, if I've painted, it's like 12 a.m. and then I go to sleep and I am back up at 4:35 a.m. I know it sounds crazy. It is crazy, but honestly, I'm used to it now. Like there was a time when I felt so exhausted and I felt like, oh my God, how am I going to do this for the rest of my life? But now I'm at a place where my body's kind of like used to it. Like I get anywhere from 4 to 6 hours a night and I'm like functioning. I'm not like sleep deprived. I don't have bags under my eyes. It's just like my body's new norm, So yeah, that's basically what my typical day is like. Now, that's not to mention anytime like things come up where, I haven't planned for, those kind of like just like, they get thrown right into the schedule. And I pretty much just roll with the punches. I do my best to stay on top of things so that things don't come up unexpectedly. But when they do, it's kind of like you just dig your heels down and strap up your boots and keep it moving. Okay, guys, so that's pretty much what a day in my life is like. Oh, and by the way, my next episode, my sister and her fiance join me on literally just talking. So stay tuned, guys. Bye. Thanks for listening.